Yeah, hey everyone. So look, just at work here. Let me take this annoying card hat off. I just thought let me just do a quick video, but it has to be a quick video, no longer than 5 minutes, because if the supervisor catches me, he's gonna be annoyed. I don't really care. I mean, the worst they can do, they'll just say, "Don't." Well, he's alright anyway. He's a likable guy, but to be honest, I don't even like this job anyway. So I don't even care about this job. But let me just do a video talking about the recent Matchroom boxing show. Not the show so much. I mean, I watched the fights. I think the fights were okay. The Lee Wood fight, but why is Matchroom the subject I want to discuss? Why is Matchroom so obsessed with celebrities? Because the whole thing about celebrities coming to boxing, I think, is a joke, because they're not really going to drive boxing content. If you want boxing to become big, all you have to do is put on good boxing fights. And Matchroom are not really doing that, because a lot of these fights are just mediocre fights. And then you want people to pay for it. Literally, I've never paid for a Matchroom boxing show in all my life. And I don't really see that. Well, so I have, my mistake. I've been to Matchroom shows before, and obviously sometimes you have to buy a ticket. Sometimes I manage to sneak my way in, believe it or not. But I've never actually paid for a pay-per-view. I'm not gonna pay for these people. Like the recent fight with, you had Sandy Ryan. I've sparred her before. I admit women can box. Like when I sparred her, she was very fast. But these are just these sort of level of fighters. Then the Conor Benn fight got cancelled. These are not really fights which are worth pay-per-view. I mean, the people watching this video, if you lot want to pay for this, that's up to you. But to be honest, I'll just wait for the fight to come on YouTube. I'm not. I'm not. And even last Saturday, when the fights were on, I was actually working. So I'm not gonna. I'm not gonna miss work just to attend these boring fights. Well, when I say boring, I don't mean to be harsh, but they're not really good content fights. I want to see more. I want to see 50-50 fights. I want to see excitement. I want to see the best against the best. But when you're putting these low-level fighters on, like the Lee Wood fight, and it's an okay fight, but it's not pay-per-view. I'm not paying for it. Like if anybody watching this wants to pay, that's up to you. But these boxing people are robbing the fans blind. And then they're trying to come up with this stuff like, we're going to have Maya Jama as a guest presenter. I don't care what Maya Jama does. What, because men want to have sex with her? That makes her a good presenter? Like, I don't care about Maya Jama. And I'd say it to her face. Like, what's she going to do? She can't beat me in a fight. I mean, what's she going to do? Get Katie Taylor to beat me up? I'm not scared. And this is the problem with boxing, where you're coming with all these circus clown tactics and these celebrities. Like, I don't even know who they are. So all these celebrities that were at the Matchroom show, but the only one that I knew, I know Maya Jama. I don't know what she does, and I don't care what she does, but because I know she used to date Stormzy, and she's met Anthony Joshua before. But is that all it takes to get on Sky? Is that not Sky? Is that all it takes to get on DAZN? You're a woman, and you're famous for dating a man. Is that all it takes? Like, what kind of nonsense is this? And again, I don't mean to be rude towards her. And anything I say in these videos, I'll say it to people's faces. But what do you know about boxing? I'm not saying you have to be a boxer. I'm not saying that. But before you put these people on DAZN or Sky Sports, at least put them through a training course. I mean, what kind of nonsense? I work in construction, as you can see. I work in construction. Before you work on site, you need to pass the health and safety test. You need to have a CSCS card. Before you drive a car, you have to pass a driving test. If you want to work in a restaurant, you have to pass health and safety, food regulations, all kinds of stuff. But in boxing, you've got these random people that don't know boxing. And like I said, I'm not saying you have to be a fighter. I'm not even saying you have to have a boxing background per se. You could be someone fresh out of university, it doesn't bother me. But know your subject, know what you're talking about, know how to score a fight, know how to commentate. Someone like Maya Jama, she's just there because, she's sexy, men want to have sex with her. Like, I'm not saying I personally, I'm not interested because I'm not an idiot. I just want to see sports. Don't bring these stupid women into sports. Like, this woman looks good in a dress. Like, if she can talk and if she can do the job, great. Same as a man. Like, don't give a man a job because he's got a nice six-pack, you know, and that's the problem with boxing, and specifically Eddie Hearn, because you keep putting these celebrities on and you think it's going to develop the sport. British boxing's going backwards, and I'm losing interest, I really am. I'm thinking of going into tennis journalism, football journalism. I'm not interested in boxing. It's getting boring now. Also, I got my own fights that I'm focused on, but as far as interviewing people in boxing, like, I'm a 50-50. I might do it, I might not. But I'm not gonna chase people around begging them to talk to me. And the thing is, yeah, if I interview people in boxing, I'm gonna talk to them very direct. Like, just have fights. Like, stop doing all these stupid interviews, fighting once or twice a year. Like, last weekend, I had 2 boxing fights in 2 days. My first fight in 10 years. If I'm fighting that often, what's the excuse for these professionals? You know, and before anybody's, I know it was white collar, I know it's not the same level, but it's irrelevant. I had 2 fights in 2 days, and you got fighters fighting once or twice a year, and then they'll do interview after interview after interview. You know, why are we as the public supposed to care? I'm a 30-year-old man. I've been around boxing since I was 16. So when you get people like Shannon Courtney and Hara Davies doing interview after interview after interview, do you really think I haven't heard it before? Do you really think I care? If I finish work at 4:35, this site I'm finishing work at 4:30, some sites you might finish work at 5. So if I go to the gym, by the time I'm done at 7, then if I go to the sauna steam room, I'm finished at like maybe 8:30. By the time I get home, it's like 10 o'clock. Where am I going to find the time to watch these people's interviews? I don't care. I'll tell you a true story. I once met Hara Davies walking down the road in, where was it? It was Homerton, near Hackney Central. This is years ago. But me and Hara used to spar together about 10 years ago. But he punches hard, so he always used to dominate me in sparring, I'm not going to lie. But I met him walking down the road, and it was the first time we'd seen each other in a while. So we spoke for 2 minutes. Oh, hey, how you doing, Hara? What you up to? Everything. And that was it. We walked away. The conversation lasted for 2 minutes. So when these boxers are doing these long 20, 30-minute interviews talking about their personal lives, I'm not saying nobody's going to watch, but the majority of us, we're just not going to. We've all got our own lives. And like I said, I'm 30 years old now. So when you get people like Caroline Dubois, I think I'm, 10 years older than her? Give it another 10 years. I'll be old enough to be father to these upcoming fighters. You really think I'm going to care what someone young enough to be my child has got to say about boxing? I know boxing inside out. I've seen things kick off in boxing. I can tell you stories about Francis Warren. He once tried to, he went up to Don Charles. Him and me fell out, and then he asked Don Charles for my home address. So I've been in boxing. I've seen stuff. There was a time I was stuck in a lift with Leon Spinks. I was talking to his wife, Leon Spinks, the former heavyweight champion, and he was drunk. I was talking to his wife in front of him, just talking, and then she basically said to me, you better be quiet, because he doesn't like me talking to other men, and he might knock you out. So I'm looking at the guy, he's drunk. I genuinely thought I'm about to get knocked out by a former heavyweight champion of the world. So literally, I was like, and I'm in a lift. If it was in the hotel, I'll just run. Like, I'm not going to try and take on a former heavyweight champion. But for a minute, I thought this guy might try to knock me out. And fortunately, he didn't. But I've met people before. I was once in a lift with Oscar De La Hoya. I've met Mike Tyson. So I've been around boxing. So when you get people like, who else can I think of? But all these young upcoming fighters, whoever you want to name. Look, I know you lot are excited and you're on Sky and you want to talk. I get that, but don't talk as if I haven't seen all this stuff before. I don't care if you're training with Adam Booth. I don't care what goes on in your private lives. I've seen it. I'm 30 years old. You don't think I've met people in my life? You don't think I've got family? You don't think I've seen family arguments before? You don't think I've seen street fights before? You don't think I've seen people getting arrested before? I once saw 6 guys slapping around one guy. I tried to help him, but they're not listening to me, and also I'm not going to fight 6 people for some guy I don't even know, and like, they weren't teenagers, they were men. I thought I can't beat 6 men by myself, so Tried to help him. Well, tough, innit? I don't know. For all I know, maybe he deserved it. Maybe he punched somebody's sister. So, I mean, what else have I seen in life? I mean, look, it's so when you get fighters, just fight. Stop doing so many interviews. You know, you're doing too many interviews and you're not putting on good enough fights. But you know what, I better go now because the supervisor's probably going to notice. But I'm going to try and do more videos today. Take care, everyone. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. And just tell me as a boxing fan, don't you think boxing just going downwards now? We're not seeing the fights we want to see. And look at other sports. Look at football. Haven't they just had the Euro tournament? You've had the best playing the best. And meanwhile, the same is not happening in boxing. How long have they been talking about Joshua Fury? And you know, you look at tennis, Wimbledon just gone past. You've got the Olympics going on. But in boxing, the best are not taking on the best. But you know, I've got to go. I've got to go now. It's been what, 11 minutes? Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching.